you, guys. Thank you very much. And thank you for your patience. It's midnight press conferences, we're used to it in New York.
Well, ladies first, Novak, playing the all-time Grand Slam championship guy, you might be playing with the greatest generation of players ever, and you're dominating them. How do you feel about that?
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm dominating, but I definitely am very proud of all the achievements, and winning Grand Slam is very special for any tennis player. When you are dreaming of becoming a professional tennis player, when you are kind of finding that inspiration, motivation, these are the tournaments that you dream of winning. So to actually relive these moments, and again after 2011, it's quite incredible, and to win against one of the biggest rivals, as you said, an all-time Grand Slam champion, somebody that always keeps on fighting till the last point, keeps you making you play an extra shot. All these things now are very special to me, and obviously I owe a great gratitude to my team, and for making sure I can perform as well as I did all these years, and tonight is a night that I will definitely remember for a long time.
Novak, it's being said by players, analysts alike that Roger's playing arguably the best tennis of his career. He played you so well tonight, pushed you back against the wall. It seems like when it was there, you came up with your best tennis. And here you are with your 10th Grand Slam victory, and third in the summer of the season, I should say. And just what did it mean to get through this match tonight, and what is this accomplishment?
Well, it's been an incredible season. I'm very fortunate to experience a great success this year, and season is not over, but the Grand Slam season is over, and the biggest tournaments that I've played this year as anybody else, I won 3 out of 4, so it's more than I could ask for, definitely. Of course, I do have lots of expectations and high ambitions whenever I'm approaching the Grand Slams or any other tournament, but now actually sitting down here and with this trophy and reflecting on what I have achieved, it's quite incredible. So I'm definitely very satisfied and proud of that. And as you said, he played great tennis throughout the entire year. I think as the season was going by, he was elevating his game. He was improving. Now he came up with a different shot as well, the shot that nobody has ever seen, and it's been working well also against me in Cincinnati, also here. He's just not going away, and he's not dropping his level too much. I was saying on the court that he's always going to be out there making you play your best if you want to win. So that's who Roger is, and that's why he has won so many Grand Slam titles. And I knew that coming to the court. I knew he's going to be aggressive. He's going to try to disrupt my rhythm, and he's going to put a lot of variety in his game: slice, chip and charge, come to the net, a serve and volley, which he did. But I was ready for it. I was ready for the battle. That's what it was. 3 hours, 20 minutes. We pushed each other to the limit, as we always do. It's an ultimate challenge that I can have now, winning against Roger, back-to-back finals in Wimbledon and here US Open. It's tremendous. I'm really proud of it.
Novak, everybody was always talking about your magic 2011. This year you made not just 3 slams winning, but also a final, which you didn't do in 2011. What can you say that it's more difficult now to do a repeat? I mean, to do a second time than the first one? And also, I appreciate the fact that you, at the end of your on the ceremony, you didn't say anything about the public, because today you had the crowd against you as I've never seen any. Only Davis Cup maybe some matches, and it was, I guess, very, very difficult. Well, can you say something about that?
Well, the first question, yes, I think it's definitely more difficult to repeat something like that than actually doing it for the first time again. I'm a different player. I'm a different person than I was today than I was 2011. As a father and a husband, and experiencing different variety of things in my life, it's completely different approach to tennis today, and I feel more fulfilled. I feel more complete as a player today than I was in 2011. Physically stronger, mentally more experienced, and I would say tougher as well, and trying to use the experience from before into every match that I play, and especially the big ones like today. I think being in this situation before helped me to understand particular obstacles that are on the way and how I need to overcome them, which I did tonight. And regarding the crowd, look, I mean, there was a lot of support for Roger. There was some for me. I mean, for sure, I tried to focus on the ones that were supporting me, but I can't sit here and criticize the crowd. On the contrary, I was. I think it's logical to expect that somebody, a great player and a champion like Roger, has the majority of the support anywhere I play him. I would say super majority of places around the world are gonna give him that support. Now, percentage-wise, more or less, I don't know. I'm not there to judge who is supporting more or less. I'm there to play tennis, and I accept the fact. Everybody has a choice to support a player that they want to support, and he absolutely deserves to have the support that he does because of all the years and success that he had and the way he carries himself on and off the court. I mean, no question about it. And me, I'm there to earn the support, and hopefully in the future I can be in that position.
But do you think this success was the key today? Do you think your resilience again made the difference?
Just being mentally tough and trying to hang in there and play point by point. Obviously, it's much easier said than done. As I was saying before, aware that he's going to come out with a clear game plan to, pressure me and come to the net and, mix up and come second serve, come to the net as well. Just take out time from me, because I like to have a little bit more time. That's my style of game, and his is, he likes 1, 2, 3 shot points, and he loves to play quick. So it was, you could feel that momentum was switching from my side to his side for, I think, all the way till the end of the third. It was anybody's game. It was really even. When I managed to, break 4-all and managed to hold after saving a couple of break points and 5-4 and winning the third set, that obviously gave me a huge wind in the back, and I managed to play really well after that. 5-2 serving. I thought, okay, now this is the time to finish it off, but it wasn't. He showed once again why he's competing on such a high level for so many years. Again, he never stepped back, and he always made me play an extra shot, kept pushing. And I was fortunate to come up with some big serves when I needed to. Serve was not really a strong link tonight for me, but in the important moments, I got a couple of 3 points in the last game on serve, and that's what matters.
You said it made a real interesting comment the other day where you said you like to be in the creative spirit all the time. It can't be easy for anyone to be out there and 23,000 people are howling and not so much grief. Within yourself, how do you use that creative spirit to retain your focus, and block out the crowd, to do whatever you have?
Well, look, I mean, if we have we've had this conversation maybe 5 years ago, and situation would be probably different, because today, as I said, I'm a more experienced player, and I've been in these situations before. I've played Roger over 40 times, and a lot of times in the final stages of Grand Slams, and I know how that feels, regarding the crowd and support and everything. So, with that on my mind, I came on the court aware that this is going to be the reality. There's not much I can do about it. I just need to try to focus on what I need to do and my game plan, and try to execute it in the best possible way. And that's where I keep my focus. Obviously, over the course of 3 hour 20 minutes match, you do have some ups and downs in concentration. You do let sometimes certain things to distract you, but it's important to get back on the course and go back to basics, and what you need, why you are there, and what you need to do. So obviously it's sorry. You like my voice? I mean, is it calming you down, getting you in the Zen state? I'm sorry. Yeah, we just woke him up. So, as I was saying, yes. Basically, you need to keep your focus. Whatever is happening outside of the dimensions of the court is basically not in your hands. I mean, crowd gets into it. You interact with players, especially here in New York. Every Grand Slam has something unique about it. New York is about night session, music, entertainment, crowd interaction, and it's part of the show. It's part of what we do, and it's why this tournament is so special. And you come here knowing that this is gonna, this is what is waiting for you. And plus, if you're playing a Roger, who is a crowd favorite anywhere he goes, especially here, and it's a reality that you have to face.
Novak, today in this final, you visited the net in 32 opportunities. Not as many as Roger, but you won 66% of those, the same percentage as Roger. How do you qualify in general terms your game net today and all over the tournament, and your expectations for the future on this side?
Well, I'm not as natural, I would say, going to the net like Roger is, but I've been working on that part of my game with Boris on board. Of course, there was a fantastic serve and volley, net player, great volleys. So we're trying, to kind of always find a room for improvement in my game, something that we can work on, and net game is definitely a part of my game which can be improved. So, I know my game is based on a baseline. I'm a baseline player, but I give myself a lot of opportunities with good shots from baseline, and I don't come to close it out on the net. So that's what I've been trying to do. But again, it's not easy to come to the net many times against Roger, who is standing on the line, whether he's offensive or defensive. He's more or less always around baseline, and he picks up half volleys. He plays very, very quick, so it doesn't give you much time. But I've been pretty pleased with the way I played on the net today. I thought it was okay.
I apologize. Did someone ask you about the spill you took already, or no?
No.
I'm curious, what happened there? Can you describe what it was and what was hurting? Obviously, we saw elbow, knee,
Well,
hand, maybe.
Yes. Well, it was a 3-hour wait, first of all, a rain delay, warming up, cooling down, eating, not eating, figuring out what's going on. Will we get on the court at all tonight or not? So finally we did, 7 p.m. The court there was still a little bit of moisture on the court, I think, from the rain and a bit of humidity and so forth. And that's when it happened. I think third or fourth game, I slipped and, hurt myself, but it was luckily nothing that was major that could, be a concern for. I needed 2-3 games really to kind of regroup after what has happened. but it was just an impact, just the fall itself. But you know, the scratches I have all over the body. It's just the wounds, basically. I was not. I didn't twist anything. I didn't, you know, hurt anything.
On New York, obviously, Stefan Edberg always said this was a difficult test. He hated it at first, and then it gave him something that he didn't know about himself. Obviously, this has been a tougher one for you to win in finals, but you seem to have solved it. So what is it about New York that has been tough for you? I know you like many things about it. And what have you, how have you worked your way through it to understand this tournament and this unique challenge?
Well, as you said, you know, I've played before tonight's final 5 finals. I've lost 4 and won 1. Couple of finals, 2012 and 13. I thought that I could, you know, I could have won, but again, lost to Nadal and Murray, 2 great players, and went down to the wire. You know, a couple of points that decided the winner. Tonight was another match that it was decided by a few points. That's what happens, you know, in the Grand Slam finals. Really, no clear favorites, especially if you're playing against the biggest rivals. And as I was answering before, I can't really find a particular reason why I have not been so successful in the finals here as I am maybe in Melbourne, for example, or Wimbledon. But I'm glad that this tradition of losing in finals is broken now, and yeah, hopefully I can have more chances to fight for a trophy.
Like Roger says, you'll obviously win more Grand Slams if you remain healthy and obviously hungry. How hungry are you, and is 17 to 18 anywhere on your side?
Well, we got to double digits now, and this says, you know, I'm so, you know, obviously flattered and honored to be a part of a elite group of players and legends of our sport that managed to win this many Grand Slam trophies in their lives and in their careers. So to be just mentioned alongside them, it's truly something special. And I'm 28. I've always valued the care for my body and, you know, my mind, and kind of had this holistic approach to life. You know, I always thought that this is utmost importance for my tennis. I'll continue on with the same kind of lifestyle, same kind of approach. I think that kind of approach brought me to where I am today. And hopefully this kind of approach will give me longevity, and that I can have many more years to come, and as I said, many more opportunities to fight for these trophies. That's why I'm playing this sport. You know, because first of all I enjoy it, I love it, I have passion for it, and then, you know, fight for the biggest trophies. And that's as long as there's this flair in me, I'm going to be coming back and bore you guys with my answers on the press conferences.
Novak, can I ask a little show business question from Scotland? Was our actor Gerard Butler in your box tonight? How did you guys meet, and what's your relationship? You were embracing very warmly at the end.
Yes, well, we know each other for several years, and we're good friends. So he happened to be in the city for the last couple of days, so I invited him to come, and it's very nice of him to be there, show me support. And funny enough, I actually sent him a photo and a message last night. I was watching 300 movie, and so one of the things when I went to my box and when I embraced all my family and team, when I looked at him, where I said, "This is Sparta," you know, so it felt great because, you know, that's one of the most inspiring movies I've watched. So yeah, actually, yeah, he's a very cool guy.
What
does it feel like when you're like...
Excuse me?
We thought maybe from Scotland he would be a Murray fan.
He is, but, you know, I was not playing Murray. So he thought it was appropriate to come to this match.
Guys, we got to switch to Serbian media questions.